Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome class 10th in the online classes. And from today we will start our new chapter that is about the chemical industries. In our today's lecture, we will just have the introduction about how these chemical industries are important in the production of different products that we use in our day-to-day life activities. These chemical industries are of significant importance. And like all other industries, these chemical industries basically convert the raw material into the desired products that we use in our day to day life. Now, since it is a chemical industry, therefore, we can say that it involves the production of the desired chemical products. So, now we will discuss one by one the areas in which these chemical industries hold significant importance. So first we will discuss about the food industry. The food industry mainly thrives on the preservatives. We have read about the preservatives in our previous classes that these are the chemicals and they are mainly employed to maintain the quality of the food. And since it maintains the quality of food by reducing the food spoilage, so therefore it generally increases the shelf life of the food, which helps us to import these foods to different parts of the world. Due to these advancements, we are able to enjoy fruits, canned food products, and ready to eat food products across the world. Another importance of this chemical industry is that they are employed in the production of the plastics. More than 80% of the chemical industry concentrates on producing polymers and the plastics. These plastics and polymers are not only used in packing, but they are also used in numerous other things like wiring, furniture, clothing, home decor, and electronics. Similarly, PVC piping, water tanks, huge storage containers are also made of plastics. These chemical industries also play important role in the agricultural sector. Fertilizers and pesticides, these are the chemicals, and they aid in the agriculture and the development. These fertilizers and pesticides not only increase the yield of the crop, but they also prevent from the pest attacks. These chemical industries are also used for the production of life-saving drugs, and numerous laboratories are also set up to study various drugs for the endemic and the epidemic diseases. So this pharmaceutical industry is one of the kind of the chemical industries that are usually employed for the production of these drugs or the medicines. Similarly, different toiletries like soaps, perfumes, and deodorants are also produced in the chemical industries. The soaps and detergents that we use for the cleansing purpose are also produced in the chemical industries. Petroleum industry is one of the kind of the chemical industries, and it is also called as oil industry. This industry involves the extraction, refining, transporting, and the marketing of the petroleum products. Now, these petroleum products are used as a fuel for the transportation vehicles and are of significant importance in our today's life. Similarly, some of the chemical industries are also employed for the extraction of metals from their ores. These ores are the unrefined forms of the metals, and with the help of these chemical industries, these unrefined forms are converted into purified form of the metals. Now, these metals are also of significant importance. Some metals we use in our daily life are aluminium, silver, and steel, and you can find them in television, cars, and phones, for example. They help us to communicate to get some places, and we can watch shows because we are using them to fabricate objects. We also use them in food such as potassium. Now, these metals are usually electropositive, and we know that why they are electropositive. These metals easily use electron and convert into positively charged cations. Now, because of these electropositive nature of these metals usually exist in the form of minerals. So, what is mineral? A mineral is a naturally occurring solid inorganic substance that has definite chemical composition and the structure. Here you may see different kinds of minerals containing different metals in them in a different chemical composition. Naturally occurring means that they are not produced artificially, and inorganic means that it does not contain carbon from a living source. So, because of the electropositive nature of these metals are present in the combined form in the form of a mineral. So, what is gangue? Gangue are the impurities which are mixed closely with the ores or the minerals, and it is an unwanted material which is of no market value. The debris such as sand, rock and the clay attached with the mineral or ore is called as the gangue. So these are the unwanted products that are associated with the metals, and these are usually removed during the process of the purification of the metals. So what is an ore? An ore is a solid deposit containing a sufficiently high percentage of mineral to make extraction of metal economically feasible. Now, ore are those accumulated particles in which there is the greater percentage of mineral. Now, if we want to extract mineral or the metal, in fact there is the greater percentage of the required metal. So if we want to extract metal from a certain substance that is present in the unrefined form, then we first need to look at the percentage of that metal. If that percentage is sufficiently more to make extraction economically feasible, then we will use that ore for the extraction purpose. Economically feasible means that it at the end of the extraction we get higher amount of the metals. But the mineral and ore are not the same, there is some difference. Minerals are generally called as the naturally occurring substances which are present in the earth crust. However, the ore are the minerals which can be used to obtain the metal profitably. For example, sand. Sand is a mixture of minerals. It contains different metals in it. But the percentage of the metal in the sand is very low. So therefore, we cannot extract the metals from the sand economically, and it is not a good idea. However, in the case of different ores, since the percentage of metal is high, therefore the extraction of metal from the ore is comparatively feasible as compared to that of the mineral. So in the ores, the percentage of the metals are more as compared to the mineral. All minerals are not ores, and all ores are essentially minerals too. Clay is the mineral of aluminium, whereas the bauxite and the cryolite are the main ores of the aluminium. So this means that in the clay, the percentage of aluminium is very small, but when this aluminium is present in the bauxite or in the cryolite, then you may say that here the percentage of aluminium is more enough to extract it feasibly. So here are some of the important metal and the ores from which they are generally obtained. So first metal is the iron. The name of the ore for this iron metal is hematite. The chemical formula for this ore is Fe2O3, and the appearance of this ore is like this. The second ore of the iron is magnesite, and the chemical formula for this magnesite is Fe3O4, and the chemical appearance and the appearance of this ore is like this. Now for copper, the name of the ore is chalcopyrite, and the chemical formula for this chalcopyrite is CuFeS2, and its appearance is like this. For aluminium, the name of the ore is bauxite. The chemical formula for bauxite is Al2O3.XH2O, and its appearance is like this. For sodium, we have the ore halite. The chemical formula for halite is NaCl, and it is present in this form. For lead, the name of the ore is galena. The chemical formula for galena is PbS, and it appears in this form. For zinc, the name of the ore is zinc blende. The chemical formula for zinc blende is ZnS, and the appearance of the zinc blende is like this. For mercury, the name of the ore is cinnabar. The chemical formula of cinnabar is HgS and appears in this form. Similarly, the metal chromium exists in the form of ore chromite. The chemical formula for chromite is FeO.Cr2O3, and its appearance is like this. For tin, the name of the ore is cassiterite, and the formula for cassiterite is SnO2, and it appears in this form. Silicon exists in the form of silica. The chemical formula of silica is SiO2, and the appearance of the silica is like this. So, by looking at the chemical formula for these ores, you may see that these metal atoms are present along with some other metals. So this means that these metals are not present in the purified form. So if we want to obtain the metal from these ores, we need to purify it, and we need to remove the unwanted metal atoms or unwanted elements from these ores and impurities as well. So this process of extraction of metals from this ore is called as the metallurgy. So how can you define metallurgy? Metallurgy is the process of separating a metal from its ore and preparing it for use. And this process is called as the metallurgy. So here are some of the steps that are involved in metallurgy. First step is the crushing, grinding or pulverizing ore. And in this step, the ore is converted into a fine powder. In the second step, the ore is concentrated. The concentration of the ore means that the ore is refined. By refining, we mean that we are generally increasing the percentage of the metal atom and removing the impurities from that ore. Third category involves the extraction of the metals, and the fourth and the last step involves the refining of the metal. So these are the main steps in the metallurgy, and we will be discussing them one by one in our upcoming lectures. So this was all for today. Thank you for being with me.